All right, man. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is. So today we're gonna deep dive into rappers who do and get and buy useless things. And this is a pretty interesting episode. I want y'all to watch some of these things that some of these rappers actually do. Some things that they did was pretty good, but some things that rappers do is out of control. And I want it's a common theme around all of this. So look, man, we gonna get to it. Let's do it. All right, man. So let's go.
Here are 30 minutes of useless rap facts. I hope you enjoy. Starting with Ice Spice, who in August of 2023 had 45 million monthly listeners on Spotify, meaning at one point in her career she had more listeners than the Beatles and Frank Ocean have ever had. In 1991, MF Doom testified before US Congress to get a motor voter bill passed, which he eventually succeeded in, making him the only rapper to be involved in the development of national law. Mac Miller purposely failed his SATs so he would pursue rap more seriously and his parents wouldn't be on him to finish school. His score was so bad that his mom wouldn't even let him see it because she was worried it would damage his confidence for
I don't know if I believe that one. Like, how would you know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you talk to his mother? His mother must have said it in the interview or something. But I don't know if I believe that last one.
life. Playboi Carti, while making his album Music, wanted to isolate himself from the world, so he had a portion of the Paris catacombs exhumed, so he could record music in a cave under the French capital where no one could find him. T Grizzly could retire from rap due to GTA. The rapper runs one of the biggest GTA servers in the world, and he makes roughly $200,000 a month from hosting players and creating YouTube videos, which is similar to
That's crazy. That's crazy. What? How did he get into that? $200,000 a month? That's nuts, bro. That's nuts.
him. T Grizzly could retire from rap due to GTA. The rapper runs one of the biggest GTA servers in the world, and he makes roughly $200,000 a month from hosting players and creating YouTube videos, which is similar to Baby Keem, who didn't always want to rap. Instead, he wanted to be a YouTuber first. When he was a kid, he recorded many Minecraft and FIFA 14 videos under the name Hakizi HD. And finally, J. Cole once saved his friend's NBA career. When Caleb Martin got cut from Cole's favorite team, the Hornets, he let him train at his personal gym, and he reached out to several NBA executives to get Martin a second NBA contract, which is a strange link, but what's even stranger are the chains that rappers buy. First up is Central C, who has the face of the former English monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, on it. He had this made because she features on more English money than any other monarch. So Central C had this made to honor her because he claims he sees her face almost every single second of every single day because of the amount of money he makes. Pharrell Williams owned this crazy chain for his group Nerds before it was sold in an estate sale to Drake, who flaunted the chain in one of his music videos and proceeded to have the $2.2 million chain melted down. Drake did this because of his hatred towards Pharrell Williams.
Yeah, we know why Drake does what he does. So you melted the whole chain down because you hated Pharrell. Bruh. Man, there's one thing I could say about rappers, man. I got a lot to say. Let's keep it going.
And wanted to destroy something that meant something to him. Lil Yachty owns this globe chain that spins due to it being powered by two AA batteries, meaning that he has had to switch out the batteries multiple times on a chain that costs $250,000. Travis Scott had this set of grills made, which contained a set of emerald cut green tinted diamonds, which took years to make due to the limited amount of these stones in the world, meaning Travis Scott has nearly half the world's supply of these diamonds in his mouth. And finally, Polo G won.
Rappers, man, y'all the reason why a lot of people should not be y'all should not be role models at all. Some of y'all do some of the craziest things with your money. I could never understand how y'all do some of these things with the money that y'all earn. I could never understand it. I know some people say, well, it's their money. I don't understand it. That's all I'm gonna say. I could never have that much money and do some of the stuff that they do. It's mind-boggling to me that you'll spend $250,000 on a chain. I just don't see how. I would never spend $250,000 on any type of piece of jewelry. That would never happen. $250,000 I can build in New Jersey. I may be able to build 3 homes. Up probably 2. If I'm pushing it, 3. I could probably build or buy 3 homes and resell them. Or fix up 1 home and resell it for much more money. It's so much money, so much you can do with 250K. I just don't understand how. Like, I just don't get it.
To watch his phone without using his hands, so he put it in a chain. The chain even has an opening for a charging cord so he can use a portable charger on it, and it is also the only chain in the world that receives emails. And while many of these purchases are crazy, the things rappers would buy for other rappers is even more bizarre. One time, Lil Yachty was hanging out with Drake and ordered a pizza, telling Drake that if he wants a slice, it would cost him $100K. And without saying anything, Drake just took a slice and wired him $100,000 before the pizza was finished.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta chill, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Speaking of Drake, he had YK Osiris owe him $60,000 in gambling debts, and when he wasn't getting the money, he forced Osiris to perform his song Worth It in his kitchen while he filmed it to absolve the debts. For Young Thug's 29th birthday, Gunna got him a birthday cake which was set on a bed.
Oh, no, bro. I don't believe that. Unless I see the video. I gotta see the video of that one. That's crazy, bro. I gotta see the video of that one. Come on, bro.
$1,000 in gambling debts, and when he wasn't getting the money, he forced Osiris to perform his song Worth It in his kitchen while he filmed it to absolve the debts. For Young Thug's 29th birthday, Gunna got him a birthday cake which was set on a bet of $100,000, which is crazy, but what's even crazier is
It's so corny. This is corny. I'm not saying this because I ain't got $100K, but this is, y'all have no, bro, this is all y'all think about? Y'all have no other way of doing something for someone? Everything evolves around money with y'all, and I understand money's a big thing, but this is ridiculous. You got him a birthday cake that sat on $100,000. What? Who thought of this? You thought of this? I don't understand it, bro. This is crazy, man. This is crazy work. I'm sorry. Us as people, we falling, bro. We falling to the point where we doing some of the craziest things. We doing some of the craziest things I ever seen with money, man.
The candles on top of the cake inches away from the money. Speaking of birthdays, and while Cardi B and Offset were married to each other, she didn't know what to get him for his birthday, so she ultimately filled her refrigerator with $500,000, allowing Offset to buy whatever he wanted.
Yo, this is not real. This is fake. I'm sorry. I don't believe none of this. You filled the refrigerator up with $500,000 because you didn't know what to get him. And then he could go buy whatever he want. I guess when you have that much money or you have a lot of money, you don't really know what to get your partner. I mean, me personally, I would have got him an LLC, a business, or something, if I was his partner. If I'm with my girl and I don't know what to get her, I'm gonna get her something that I think is gonna benefit her in the long run. It's so much stuff she could have did. $500K is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
50 Cent, learning that the rapper 6ix9ine also had asthma, gifted him a diamond-encrusted inhaler on a chain so he could wear it on tour. The chain cost $135,000 and would cost $85,000 to replace the inhaler when it runs out. Another gifted chain comes from Travis Scott.
Come on, bro. Come. Yo, bro. I just can't. I can't with this, bro. This makes me so upset. It makes me so upset because I feel like a lot of this money is just thrown away, and people always saying like we're broke, we don't have nothing, but I feel like a lot of these rappers, they prove people wrong every time by doing stuff like this, and it's not just rappers, it's politicians that do the same thing, it's people who take trips and pay all this money, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. Just to go somewhere where really it only costs you $350 to get there. It's like, come on, bro. This is crazy.
Gave one to Future as a thank you for his feature on Utopia, gifting him this Utopia man chain, which was worth $600,000 and was made from a doodle Future had made in the studio while recording his verse. With all these chains and gifts, it makes you wonder how rappers can afford all these luxuries, and the secrets come from the prices that they charge for their features. To start, Ice Cube and Jay-Z both cost $0 a feature, but they'll only feature for artists that they respect. Kanye features are free as well, as long as you're on his label, and an Eminem feature will also be completely free if you're willing to feature on one of his songs in return. Despite his fall off, Roddy Ricch still charges an insane $100,000 per feature. If you're one of his label mates, Playboi Carti will sell you a feature for $200,000. A current Offset feature would cost you more than Amigos feature when they were.
But yeah, man, ain't no way in the world you sit here telling me that Jay-Z's charging you $0 if he respects you, but this guy here is charging over $200,000 Offset. What is this feature of Offset gonna do for me if I could get one from Jay-Z for free? Like, come on, bro. Ain't no way in the world. Cut it out.
In their prime. Kendrick features cost $424,000 as a sign of respect to the area code of Compton Kendrick was raised in. Travis Scott, Wiz Khalifa, Lil Uzi, and Young Thug all run feature prices of $500,000. And if you had $700,000, you could either have one J. Cole feature or two Tyler the Creator features at $350K apiece. Lil Nas X at his peak charged $900,000 for his feature on He Knows. He has since lowered his price to $250K, but
All right, look. I can understand why Kendrick charges it much, because your song's gonna blow if he's on it. This guy right here, though, Lil Nas X, no, absolutely not. $1 million for a feature, dog. Calm down, bro. Calm down. Calm down, bro. And the rest of y'all, calm down. Tyler, okay, cool. 350. J. Cole, 500K. Come on, J. Cole. I love you like fried chicken skin, J. What the fuck was that? I love you like fried chicken skin, J. Cole, but you gotta chill, bro. Nah, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not giving you 500K for a feature, bro. That's not happening. No, absolutely not.
he has not landed a feature since. And 21 Savage is our first rapper to cross 7 figures, with a feature of his costing $1 million. And the most expensive feature in rap is Drake's 1.5.
Oh my God, yo, listen, 21. Get your ass out of here, nigga. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Are you crazy? $1 million for a feature from you? Yo, get the fuck out of here, boy. Yo, that's hilarious. $1 million for 21 Savage. Yeah, okay.
$5 million, which means he has made roughly $289 million from the features he's done so far. But before these 6- and 7-figure paydays, some rappers worked regular jobs with dreams of one day making it big. Starting with Ice Spice, who was working at Wendy's when she released her hit song Munch, and the Wendy's mascot was one of the inspirations for her to die.
That's crazy. Yo, can you imagine working at Wendy's and you release a hit song? Damn. Icy spicy. Munch. Yo, the song is called Munch. Oh my God.
Her hair orange, saying that if it could make the brand stand out, why not make her stand out as well? Tyler the Creator worked at the warehouse of FedEx for just 2 weeks before telling his manager, the checks are cool, but this is not for me. And he flew to New York the next morning with only $20 in his pocket to pursue rap. Next up is Lil Uzi Vert, who only ever had one job at a bottom dollar food store. But he quit after just 3 weeks because customers kept asking him to grab items off the top shelf as a joke, and he couldn't take it anymore. Central C worked at...
All right, that's a lie, bro. Cut it out. That's not why he quit, bro. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. No, cut it out. Cut it out.
a shoe salesman, but wanted to quit after he found out what he was getting paid. His mom threatened to kick him out of the house if he left the job, and he ended up quitting and chasing rap dreams while sleeping in a mall. Kanye West went from working at Gap when he was 15, stealing clothes and getting paid $4.25 an hour, to making a song about Gap and becoming so successful that he got a partnership with Gap on a 10-year contract for $425 million. And last up is Eminem, who worked as a dishwasher at a restaurant for years while releasing his first album on the side before getting fired right before Christmas and his daughter's first birthday. This led to him rapping more to make more money and eventually making the Slim Shady LP. Some rappers didn't plan on making rap their career anyways and went to college instead to get degrees and not record deals. Kanye West is really a college.
Yeah, that's so crazy that Eminem was a dishwasher and he left his job and became the biggest rapper of all time. That's nuts. I can imagine if he got fired, how his boss looked at him now. That gotta be a hurt piece, bro. You never know with people, man. That's why you better treat me right, man. I'm telling you. So before you know it, I might be a billionaire. You gotta treat people right, man. You gotta treat people right.
Out. He first attended the American Academy of Art in Chicago, then Chicago State University, before deciding that he actually wanted to rap instead of getting college degrees, and the rest is history. Which is actually the same thing that Drake did at the University of Toronto. Although Drake had started his music career before college, this is where it took off, and he even wrote his song Passion Fruit in his dorm room freshman year. Someone who did finish their schooling is Lil Baby, who was a successful student at Harvard. But unlike Mark Zuckerberg or Bill Gates, he has a certificate that proves that he went to Harvard School of Business in launching new ventures. Childish Gambino is actually a collegiate graduate, graduating from NYU, where he spent 4 years getting his degree in dramatic writing, which he credits as one of the main reasons he's become such a deep lyricist over the years. Next up is Ice Cube, who didn't immediately link up with NWA. Instead, he got a degree in architectural drafting from the Phoenix Institute of Technology. He did this because it's what his mother wanted him to do, and he only started rapping as a side hustle later on. Megan Thee Stallion might have attended the most college of any rapper. She has attended a whole string of them that concluded with her collecting a degree of health sciences from Texas Southern University. The doctor in Dr. Dre is not just in his rap name, but he actually holds 2 different doctorates. He received one from the University of Southern California, where he took night classes, and the other from UCLA, making him one of the most highly educated musicians ever. And speaking of Donald Glover, he has one of the most unique stories of how he got his rap name. Donald Glover came up with the Childish Gambino name when he typed his name into the Wu-Tang Clan name generator, and he has performed with the name ever since, which is the same thing Austin Post did to get Post Malone. MF Doom gets the Doom in his name from Dr. Doom, the villain that shares the same mask with him, but the MF has 2 different purposes, serving as an acronym for both Metal Face when he's rapping and Metal Fingers while he's producing. Snoop Dogg was called Snoopy by his mom, which is the dog from the Peanuts, so Snoop decided to shorten it and add dog to it when he began rapping. Macklemore named himself after a superhero he made up for a 9th grade English assignment. A label executive took one look at Future and gave him the name Future because that's what he said he saw in front of him, the future of music. Pusha T is actually the shortened form for Pusha's rap name. His rap name was originally Push a Ton, which is referring to the career he had before rap. J.I.D. gets his name from his grandmother, who would often refer to him as Jittery growing up, so he decided to shorten it to Jid when he started to rap. Aubrey Grant's Drake is actually just his middle name, but he also claims it stands for Do Right and Crush Everything, Crush with a K. Cameron Thomas named himself Wisdom when he was 15. His friend shortened it to Wiz, and he also added the Khalifa, which means successor, so he made his own name. And if you guys are enjoying the video, please make sure to like it, and if you want to see future content from me, don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, back to the video. These are all the people who named themselves successfully, but there's a whole list of rappers who had to scrap their first ever rap names. Starting with Pharrell Williams, who began producing under the name Auto Goon, believing that his beats would automatically resonate.
Auto Goon. Oh my God, bro. Auto Goon. Oh no, Pharrell, I love you, bro. But Auto Goon? You should have kept that, bro.
With the goons of Virginia like Pusha T, but he decided to just go by his name Pharrell when his beats kept getting passed on. Before K-Dot, Kendrick Lamar went by the name Volcano because he could quote flow off the dome, but he ended up changing it to K-Dot because he thought
Oh my God, bro, this is hilarious. Volcano. If I ever meet Kendrick Lamar, I'll be like, what up, Volcano? He probably gonna be like, get him away from me. Bruh. Auto Goon and Volcano is crazy.
sounded cooler. Lil Wayne lent into his Louisiana heritage by naming himself Shrimp Daddy, before changing it to Lil Wayne for unknown reasons. Another meat-based rapper was
Oh my God, Shrimp Daddy. Nah, bro. Nah, this can't be real, bro. I'm sorry. This can't be real. Oh, this is great.
who used to call himself Meathead because he had a larger sized head when he was a child. Jay-Z went by the name Jazzy to pay respect to the music that came before him, but his idol Jaz-O convinced him to change it to Jay-Z, and the rest is history. Psychological was the original name for Logic before he started to only embrace half of his name as Logic, but in between those two names he called himself Skittles because his music was for all colors and flavors. Dr. Dre.
Oh my God. Yo, this is crazy, bro. Skittles. I'm for all colors and ethnicities. Skittles. Yo, come on, bro. This is hilarious.
First ever rap name was Dr. J, naming himself after NBA legend Julius Erving, but he decided to change it because he didn't want to be sued and went with Dre because his first name is Andre. Mac Miller also risked getting sued, naming himself Easy Mac after the Kraft Mac and Cheese Bowls, before he ended up changing it to Mac Miller, which is a combination of him and his brother's name. And while Mac Miller never did get sued, there are some artists that feel like they have a cease and desist from the recording booth. Here are some of the current artists who haven't released music in the last 1,000 days. Someone who's always teasing new music is A$AP Rocky, who gave us his classic album Testing on May 25th, 2018, and he has been silent for 2,615 days since. And since Testing's release, Marvel have managed to put out 18 movies before Rocky has managed to finish an album. Baby Keem released his Melodic Blue album to huge success on September 10th, 2021, claiming that he would release another album in 2 years. Instead, it has been 1,411 days, and we still do not have a Baby Keem album. But at least we've had 22 NBA Youngboy albums during that time period. Chance the Rapper's Big Day destroyed his career after he was on top of the world from his earlier projects. The Big Day has caused Chance to hibernate for what will be 6 years this week. Jay-Z's 444 was really his retirement album, coming out on July 7, 2017, 2,937 days ago. But he also said the Black Album was his retirement album, so we might still hear music from Hove eventually. Frank Ocean is known for his delay of his third studio album. Blonde took over the world on August 20th, 2016, and for the past 3,258 days, it is almost like Frank hasn't existed with how silent he's been. It's been so long since the release of Blonde that all of Fortnite has happened since it released. And if these artists are never gonna release again, they might as well get one last payday and sell their rap catalogs. Like Metro Boomin sold his catalog, which includes Migos' Bad and Bougie, The Weeknd's Heartless, 21 Savage's Bank Account, Father Stretch My Hands by Kanye West, and Drake's Jumpman. Metro sold all of these classics for a reported $70 million. Future recently sold every single song he worked on between 2004 and 2020 for $75 million, which breaks down to roughly $122,000 per song he sold. Lil Wayne not only sold his music catalog, but all the catalogs under his label. This included Nicki Minaj's Pink Print, Tyga's Careless World, and ridiculously all of Drake's music from the beginning of his career up until God's Plan. Wayne sold all of these projects for only $100 million. Kanye West had all of his catalog listed for $175 million by his label, which he had no say in and no desire to sell, but it was too late by the time they had already sold it. Dr. Dre sold all of his royalties from NWA, both of his classic albums, The Chronic and 2001, as well as Kendrick Lamar's albums To Pimp a Butterfly and his smash hit Damn. Dre sold all of these rap monuments for well over $200 million. And finally, Juice WRLD's family sold every released Juice WRLD song, as well as nearly 1,000 unreleased tracks. They sold for an undisclosed fee, but it was confirmed to be at least $250 million due to it being the largest rap catalog sale ever. And with all
I don't know too much about what he's talking about as far as some of these people's catalogs being sold. Maybe they sold it to the person. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it's funny that that would be the case. I'm watch a little more of it and we're gonna get out of here.
This money coming in, some rappers have spent it on even more crazy chains like the ones mentioned earlier. Rick Ross once wore a chain with his own head on it, but what's even crazier is he added the chain with his head on the necklace to the head on his necklace, creating this chain inception.
How you got a chain with your head on it, with a chain with your head on it, with the chain with the head on it? Yo, y'all got nothing better to do with y'all money. Give it to me. I'll find something real good to do with it. Oh my God, bro, this is hilarious.
$1.5 million. Playboy Cardi at the BET Awards debuted this iced out lollipop lined with 140 karat VVS diamonds, giving Cardi something to suck on for $400,000. Drake once bought this chain, which features 42 engagement ring diamonds representing the 42 women that he wanted to marry in his life, spending $12.5 million just to have it made. Lil Uzi Vert put an 11 karat pink diamond in his forehead, famously costing $30 million, but he has since had to have it removed after fans kept trying to rip it out of his head while he performs. Kanye West's
Bruh. Come on, you spent $30 million on a diamond to go in your head. Who you think you are, Vision? Like, this is so stupid, bro. This is crazy.
This chain looks like it hurts to wear, made of a solid block of ceramic plated with 24 karat gold. The chain is estimated to weigh 14 pounds and cost him $300,000 to make. Quavo's favorite movie is the Disney classic Ratatouille. He loves it so much he has a poster of him and Ratatouille in his house and has a chain with the mouse that cost him $250,000 to commission. Kendrick's Crown of Thorns piece was featured on his Mr. Morale album cover. The band is made up of over 8,000 diamonds and cost an eye-watering $3 million. And Kanye's horse chain ended up on the Watch the Throne tour with Jay-Z, which had one of the largest shows in rap history. Jay-Z and Kanye West concluded their Watch the Throne tour by playing at the Stade de France in Paris, where they proceeded to sell out the 75,000-seat stadium and played their song about Paris 11 times in a row as a tribute to the city and its people. Drake was the headliner for Coachella in 2015, right before he became, quote, too big for the festival, and he managed to pull close to 125,000 people for his closing set, which was beat out by Kendrick Lamar, who was Coachella's headliner in 2017, and he got a crowd of 130,000 people. Next up is Stormzy, who was the headliner for England's Glastonbury Festival in 2019. His set was lauded as one of the best sets in the festival's history and attracted 135,000 people to attend the set, making it the largest crowd ever for a non-American rapper. In second, we have DMX, who played at Woodstock 99. The festival had a reported 200,000 people at the venue with no security or protection from the crowd, with DMX making his set particularly wild after he amped up the crowd with Rough Riders anthem. And in first is Nicki Minaj, who is adored in Belgium. It is one of her strongest markets, with roughly 20% of her fans coming from the nation. In 2024, she played at Astrid Park in Liège for a crowd of 220,000 people. With rappers pulling shows like these, venues will spend huge amounts to book the world's most popular artists, but they come at a hefty price. Up first is Future, who will charge you $1 million to play a show, but he has been generous enough to only charge $750.
Yeah, I'm gonna end this here, man. This joint is long and it's gonna keep on going. I'm not gonna go. If y'all wanna watch the rest of this, just go on the channel. It's right there. I'll have it in the description. But yeah, man, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. I just think this is pretty funny. But thank y'all for joining me, man. I just wanted to get that off. Some of the stuff's for Shrimp Daddy. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out of here. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is. Peace, bye.